Hey everyone! This is not one of those edited, polished up, clean passion videos that I make, but this is a makeshift, quick, passioned video. The time has come. I am finally done making my trilogy album. Now, just to recap, if you're new here or if you don't really know what I'm talking about, every year for the last 3 years now, I have made an instrumental album that kind of started when we first went into the extreme stay-at-home lockdown order with COVID and everything like that. And I started streaming to kill time, pass the days, and have a little bit of sanity. I started writing music. And a lot of you joined me on that journey and kind of stuck around since then. Well, I said last year when I put out the sequel album called New Dawn that I wasn't interested in making a trilogy, that it was just going to be a run up to leading Waiting for the Dawn, and this was just going to be that, and I was just moving on from there. Well, all of last year, I ended up kind of writing all these songs, these instrumental pieces, and I didn't really know where to put them or what to do with them. So this is a result of that, of me just kind of combining all this new material and putting out this new record. What's different from the previous two albums, with this one, there's a whole shift change about the presentation, the vibe, the everything about it. But it does correlate with the themes of the other two, and it feels appropriate to bring it out here now. Every song on this album was written here in this room after I moved from California. And I think the vibe kind of reflects that. Not only did my location change, but the climate of where I'm at also changed. And I found myself in a more like tranquil state where everything was more relaxed because of my environment with being kind of closer to nature. And that relaxed mood paired on top of the fact that like I vibe to like lo-fi and stuff like that, all those elements are kind of incorporated in this record. There are some one-offs here and there where I'm kind of experimenting or I brought on a collaborator, but for the most part, this record is probably the most tame and the most chilled out of the three. And I'm okay with that. That's a good representation of where I'm at like here in my head now. One of the kickers, one of the twists about this album is that if you've been with me for every stream, if you've been watching me write the music and stuff like that, you have heard every song on this album, except maybe not the final version of it. Most of these songs went through a type of change or reiteration. I polished something up, I cleaned it up a bit, but some of them you've heard in their final forms. In fact, 2 of them made it as singles that I put out last year. And then I made the practice of, after streaming a writing session, I would post my work somewhere. So if you're following me on Instagram or Twitter, or you watch my other videos on this channel, you have seen me post these songs and you've heard snippets or the whole thing in its entirety. But what I can guarantee is that you haven't heard the final version, the polished touch on most of these tracks, even if you have been following every stream or you've watched every post last year and this year. If all goes well, this album will be out this Friday, April 22nd, streaming everywhere. And I invite you to join me on Thursday, April 21st, to a live stream where we're going to do a listening party, listening to Waiting for the Dawn, New Dawn, and then now the completed trilogy, Neon Sunrise. We will listen to the journey together. I will do live commentary on the tracks and just reflect over these last couple years of writing all these songs. And we'll have a good time. We'll listen to the new album together. You guys will get a day early sneak peek of what's about to come out. And then that's it. We're done. Or so I hope, because I did not intend on making a trilogy, and I'm ready to really branch out and do other things. I say this with respect and love to my own craft, but I feel like I've really exhausted this avenue and this approach of what makes my songs sound like mine, if that makes sense. And that doesn't mean I won't come back to this format, but it does mean I want to try new things or newer things. And a lot of me experimenting will be revealed in this new album. Everything is just an extenuation, a continuation of my own art as a whole. Everything does, revert back to me at the end of the day. So it's a diary, a log, a timestamp in history of the stuff I've made up to this point. So if that sounds good to you, or you're excited to check out the new music, join me this Thursday. Album will drop this Friday, and then we'll see what tomorrow holds. So until then, I will see you guys then. Take care. Talk to you later.